Okay. Hey everybody. Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Okay, guys. Our mindset training for today is going to be around paradigms. Now, guys, I have to admit, English was not my strong subject in school, so I did not even know what the word paradigm meant until about 2 years ago, whenever I started my mindset journey. And what paradigm is more or less patterns. It's patterns. I hope everybody can understand that with my Belfast accent. So it's a set of patterns. For a human being, what that is, that's a set of beliefs. So a set of patterns, a set of beliefs within your subconscious mind. And you have been picking up these set of beliefs all your life. So let me just explain what the mind is, and then we can delve into this a little bit more. So you have two parts of your mind. You have your subconscious mind and you have your conscious mind. So your subconscious mind is your emotional mind, and your conscious mind is your thinking mind. So that's where you do all your thinking. And your subconscious mind will literally believe anything you tell it. So let's get a bit of an example here that actually happened to me today. So I was telling the girls today, I came into work today, and I was telling the girls, that I had to get a plumber out at the weekend, guys. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but I had to get a plumber out at the weekend, and it ended up that he couldn't do the job because we needed to find the manhole, and we needed somebody that really looks after the pipes, right? And we needed another specialist to come. So anyway, I was telling the guys in work today, I was saying I had the plumber out, he couldn't do it. We needed to get this pipe specialist. And straight away, about 3 or 4 people turn around and goes, "Oh, no, that's them. And they're taking you on, Lynsey. They're taking you on. There's no such thing as a pipe specialist. There's no such thing. That plumber should have been able to do that. They just want more money out of you, blah, 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 blah." Okay, guys. Now, the reason why they all done that is because they have a set of beliefs that they have been used to all of their lives, that people have drilled into them, that that these workmen come out and take advantage of us all. These workmen, you'll never find a decent workman. It's always they come out and they try and stroke you your money. They try and overcharge you. So they've had this set of beliefs, and before they even listened to my full story, they had already got, that's it, their programming that's been installed in them for however many years, that came out straight away in them. Before they'd even listened to the story, before they'd even asked any questions, that set of beliefs that workmen take advantage, that came out straight away. And they automatically assumed that that's what it was about. So it just shows you how we are programmed through life without actually even realizing it. Okay, so it's these beliefs can be positive or they can be negative. So when we think about, and how many times has anybody heard this saying, where somebody will go, you could fall in, you could fall in dog start and get back up smelling of roses. How many times have we heard people say that? Or we'll hear people say, "Oh, the rich, they stay rich." That is because they have that set of beliefs already about themselves. They know how to make money. They know that they can make that money. They have that set of beliefs around them that they know they can sit at a certain salary income. They know how to do it. They've seen their parents do it. They've got a set of beliefs from their parents as they were young kids that they live this luxurious life. So they will always be able to live that luxurious life because that is the set of beliefs that has been installed in them. Myself, coming from a working class background, the set of beliefs that was installed in me was that we were working class, that we were always going to be working class, that, working class had, they always only ever had enough money. They lived in council houses. They didn't go back whenever I was younger, they didn't go to university. And this was the set of beliefs that was installed in us over years and years and years and years. But guys, the good news is we can fix it. We can fix it, and we can start doing the work to replace those set of beliefs that we have around ourselves. And I'm going to show us how to do that. I'm going to tell us how to do that today. So let me just read this sentence out to make sure everybody's getting it. Paradigms are mental programs that have almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior. They are the operating system on which your mental process runs. Okay, so to a large degree, we inherit our paradigms through our genetic and environmental conditioning. So we've all had environmental conditioning as we have been obviously growing up and over the years. So once we know this, once we now understand why we have these limiting beliefs, now we just need to know how to change them. So we understand that that's what it is. We understand that it's nobody's fault, that it's just our upbringing. Nobody knew any better back then, that they were installing these limited beliefs in us. Everybody just thought they were just doing the same, generation after generation after generation. We're wondering why things don't change within these classes. And that's why, because nobody just really knew. But now we do know this material, and now we have the power to be able to change this for ourselves. So how do we change paradigms and get new and different results? This is how. Okay, step one. There's 3 steps to this, guys. You'll not be able to do it now, but you can take this information away and you can do it for yourself. Okay, so step 1. Write down one thing, that goal, that dream, that challenge that you have not received yet in your life. I'm going to use examples, guys, and I'm going to use examples from the network marketing field, okay? Because obviously that makes sense. Okay, so for me, I'm going to use the example that I have not reached 12K VIP yet, right? I haven't reached it yet. I don't know how to do it. I haven't done it. So for me, that's my goal. Okay, I have a goal to reach 12K VIP. Okay, now that goal can be in anything. I also have a running goal that I want to run a sub 1,300 meters. So this could be with anything, guys. You can apply this to anything in your life. I'm just using our network marketing because of, obviously, this is network marketing training. So step 2. Write down every association that you connect to this thing. Everything you think about, good, bad, everything that the thought of it brings to your mind. So I done this about my 12K, hitting my 12K bonus. So the positive things that came to mind for me was a new car, more travel, extra income, meeting new people, loads of positive stuff around that. Then the negative stuff started creeping in, and it was, but nobody has any money. Nobody can afford this. Or, I'm so scared to ask the question. People will think I'm a nuisance. I'm too scared. So we can tell straight away there where my limiting beliefs are, right? Can't we? How do I know? How do I know what money everybody else has? How do I know what anybody has in their bank account? I don't have a flipping clue. The reason why I think that is because it's the belief that's been instilled on me years and years and years and years, or watching the news, or what society has told us that everybody's broke. I'm from working class background where people don't maybe have much money. So those years of those beliefs are installed in me, and I don't want to ask people for something because I believe that they don't have money. I don't know that. I don't know that. And I need to work on changing that paradigm. Another one for me was that I was scared to ask the question. So I'm scared to reach out to people, and that's what's holding me back from this goal. And it is what's holding me back from the goals. So again, where am I getting that belief from? I'm getting it from my paradigm. It's coming from the paradigm. Where's the paradigm coming from? The paradigm's coming from the conditioning that society has installed in me that I haven't even realized has happened. And that is, you know, how many people do you hear about complaining about network marketing? It's not because they don't agree with it. It's because they don't know. They don't know anything about it. They are too used to what people have said, where they haven't investigated into themselves. So it's nothing to do with that. They will not want the product, that they will not. They just don't understand. But I am letting those set of beliefs affect me. And when I'm actually saying it out loud here right now, it's crazy. It's nuts that we actually let these people outside of our world that we do not know, we let them control what we do because of their limiting beliefs. So how do we fix it? How do we go about fixing it? So this is how we fix it. It's time to address those paradigms. Now, guys, there could be a lot more. I talked about network marketing there. You know, there's a lot more reasons that other people have, maybe that they're scared to talk on video. Why are they scared to talk on video? Because they're too scared of what the X, Y, and such they've been to school with 20 years ago says about them. Why is the person from 20 years ago going to say anything about them? Because they're insecure themselves. Why? Because they have limiting beliefs about themselves. Why? Because a paradigm was probably installed in them over the years that they didn't see. So a lot of this stuff comes down to our limiting beliefs and these paradigms that have been installed in us over the years without even anybody recognizing that it's happening. Another one for me is, and I can only use examples from my own life, is when I line up on that track, I have a limiting belief about myself because some of these athletes have been running all their lives. And in my head and what society has told me, that if they've been doing it longer than me, that they're going to be better than me. But how do we know they don't have an injury? How do we know that they haven't went off and had a kid and haven't ran in 5 or 6 years? You know, how do we know all this? We let these limiting beliefs make our decisions. And quite frankly, there's so many other factors that we're not taking into consideration whatsoever. Not at all. So I'm sure you could apply this to your life in some way, shape, or form. In fact, I know you can in other aspects. So how do we address it? How do we address it? So what I want you to do is, when you have that list of the reasons of why you cannot do something, your paradigm, your negative paradigms, let's call them that, your negative paradigms, i.e. scared to ask the question, i.e. nobody has any money, I want you to put them in a list, and I want you to ask why beside each of them. Why? Why do you think everybody doesn't have any money? And then list the kind of stuff that we've just talked about there. Because the more you do that, and the more you list these silly reasons that you think is your why, the more you can have a good laugh at yourself, and you can realize they are paradigms. And so that's how you will be able to tell whether something is an actual paradigm of yours. That if you have it and you ask yourself, why do you have it? And if you can come up with a real, reasonable explanation, then okay, it may not be a paradigm. But if there is no reasonable explanation for why you have that belief around something, then chances are it's a paradigm of yours and you can work on it. So once you've got your list, once you've asked why, this is when the work comes in. This is when you have a little bit more work to do. So ask yourself why. Why do I think this? Where does it come from? Where did I get such an idea? and keep on digging until you've exhausted every possible scenario. Okay, so when you've got all your scenarios and you know which ones of yours are paradigms, then this is how we flip them. Sorry guys, but you're getting lines to do. I'm sorry if you feel like you're back at school, but you'll have to get your lines done. I call them lines. I should really say affirmations. So to get rid of these paradigms, we're going to do some affirmations, okay? And I can help if anybody has any of these and they want me to help them create these affirmations, because it is quite important how you word these. I know a few of the girls in the group would be awesome at wording these affirmations as well. Because what that affirmation is going to do is that's going to assist in reprogramming your mind, okay? Because let's think about it, guys. I want you to be easy enough on yourself here, okay? So, I mean, I'm 41. So a lot of these paradigms that I have, these have been installed in me over 41 years, okay? So I can't expect to shift these in one day. It's probably not going to happen. If it did and I was super duper and I was able to do that, then that would be epic. And I'm sure someday I will be able to flip paradigms a little bit faster the more and more and more I practice this material. But for now, for me to shift a 41-year-old paradigm, it's going to take me a little bit longer than a day. I have shifted a few of them, guys, and this material that I'm teaching you right now, like this is lived experience for me, because I've done it around so many things, aspects of my life over this last few years. I've been able to change my beliefs around myself, and it's absolutely life-changing, like seriously life-changing when you do it. So, for example, if we have a customer paradigm, like we talked about, you know, people not having enough money, all the rest of it, affirmation that you could write out could be, I am so happy and grateful now that customers come to me on a continual basis through multiple sources. I am a magnet to customers. I now have all that I want. I'll read that again. I am so happy and grateful now that customers come to me on a continual basis through multiple sources. I am a magnet to customers. I now have all that I want. So you'd write that out. You'd maybe start 10 times a day in the morning, 10 times at night, and you continue to write that out. Because like we discussed earlier, you've got your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind, and you've got your subconscious mind, which is your emotional mind. And what we need to do is we need to get that affirmation into your subconscious mind, because that's where the programming is. So when you have the discipline of writing things out over and over and over again, that's you getting that drilled in to your subconscious mind. Okay, guys, I know that is a lot to take in. If you haven't heard about paradigms before, definitely go Google paradigms, definitely do a little bit of research yourself. They are extremely important and have definitely been a huge, huge, huge factor in my development over the last few years. So thank you all so much for listening. I hope I was able to make sense. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, lovely. Does anybody have any questions about that?
How you spell the paradigm?
What's the question?
How do
you spell paradigms? Oh, I'm guessing
I don't know.
P-A-R-A.
I have no idea. P-A-R.
Yeah.
A-D-I-G-M.
Yeah.
P-A-R-A-D-I-G-M.
I love that, Lynn,
Yeah.
because it's so true. What I would just use me as an example, like my mother instilled in me these limiting beliefs. Like the first one was, none of us have ever gone to college, like you'll never go to university. So I went and did it. Because I am that stubborn that I'll do stuff like that. But it's true, like we grew up with no money. We lived in a council house. We grew up with no money. We would often have no money for food. And it was those sets of things, like, this is how life is. You just got to put up with this because this is what life is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's true, especially when it comes to money mindset, especially when it comes to this. Oh, she's gone off the screen. I was just about to drop Nat in it. Money mindset is a thing with a lot of us at the moment. And I've just had it from several of my team members this morning. Oh, they can't afford it. How do you know they can't afford it? If they can afford Netflix and snacks and going out and clubbing and eating meals out, then they can afford to look after their health. They just don't see the value in what you're giving them.
Yeah.
And one of the team, who I won't mention, gave somebody a 3-day free trial, which is great. I'm doing that for the whole month of May because it's my birthday month. So I'm doing that. That's fine. But then they came back to them and they said, tried to convert them. And they said, oh, I can't afford it. Can you give me another 3-day trial? No, lady, no, you can't have another 3-day trial because she's already ranted to this person about how brilliant she feels and how much energy she's got. And if you see the value in what you've put inside you, why are you asking for another 3-day trial?
Mm-hmm.
And then that person, my promoter, is like, well, oh, maybe they just can't afford it. How do you know?
Yeah.
It's what it is true. You've got some instilling belief in you that says people can't afford things. And I was exactly the same. My mum could never afford anything. She would always say to me, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Can I go on a school trip, mum? No, I can't afford it. I never went on a school trip. We can't afford that. Can I go out with my friends? Can I have some money for the ice cream van is one. No, I can't afford to give you ice cream money. You can't, I can't afford it. My friends are getting pocket money, mum. Can I have some pocket money? No, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
And when you grow up like that and it's instilled in you, know you can't afford it, you do. You put them limiting beliefs on everyone that you come into contact with that you're going to offer them something they can't afford it.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not true.
Yeah. And then you don't get the sales because of that. Like I have so many sales I have not got because of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's so true, but I love that exercise. I'm definitely going to do that because I've still got a few that I need to break down. So thank you for that.
Yeah. And me too. You know, this is stuff that I have worked on. I have definitely worked on it from a self perspective about my limiting beliefs about myself, but and the confidence I have now and all that kind of thing. So I've definitely done a lot of work on it, but I still have a lot of work to do there as well. Like I say, you know, when it's 41 or however many years of stuff getting in, you know, it takes a bit of time, but you sort of find like it's a bit of a, once you start getting one way aspect right, then you get a lot better at that one, and it can be like that bit of a snowball effect, which I guess is that awareness in entrepreneurship itself. And you'll hear a lot of them saying that, you know, the first 3-4 years can be really tough, and then that awareness comes, and once you get that full awareness, then all of a sudden bam, 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 you know, it's all coming at you because you're,
and it's true
how to do that.
You kind of, from my experience the first 6 months here, you block all of them people coming to you because you think nobody can afford it. So you're actually blocking that. You're not doing your business any favors at all by thinking that.
Yeah.
When you release that money mindset thing, I'm not just about money, but for me, my example is money. When you release that, you will find a lot more people are jumping in your inbox and answering you and saying that they can afford it. And you shouldn't be scared to say the price. Yeah. If you're scared, I had this talk with a number of team members. If you're scared to tell them that it's £140 for me and Lynn's, or $160 a month for your 3-step, then that's your money mindset. That's nothing to do with your customer on the other end of that message.
Yeah.
You all know, because you all take Thrive, how brilliant it is. So value that.
Yeah. Like
put that value in it and then push that forward, that feeling onto other people. But thank you, babe. I love this. We've not done this
before, so I'm so nervous before doing them. But before I go, Miss Becca, I want to see that setup a wee bit closer. Come here. How good is this? I love it.
Is this recording, Rachel? Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you, Rachel. Stop.
I'm working on the other side. I'm working on this side. It's going to be like classic Thrive, and I got to get with Jen and Angie to see if I can get the like the covers for the shake packages for the flavors I don't get. I don't get all
So
of the flavors. I have no interest in all of them.
no, and is that what you've got on then? Is packets that you've?
Yeah, like I
Ah,
just took the packets, like,
Uh-huh.
and then I cut the front off and stapled it to my cork board.
Brilliant.
And then Angie's sign is
Fantastic.
up there.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it. I did get my room all cleared out, but there's still a bit of work to do in my room.
Oh, I have a ton of work to do in mine yet.
Yeah, yeah. Because
I
you've got yours set up too, haven't you? You're just not there. You have a good setup, yeah. I
Me?
was sort of usually you're not there. But
Oh,
yeah, that
I
looks
was like,
brilliant, Becca.
I'm in a corner of my bedroom.
Are you thinking you have a whole office?
No, no. This is the corner of my bedroom. Straight across from me. Can I flip my camera? I don't know.
I have my office and it's full of crap like everywhere. I just need somebody to clean it.
So yeah.
That's what I see when I'm sitting here.
Nice quilted duvet there.
My mom made that quilt. It's all like Beauty and the Beast and Disney themed.
Lovely.
Mostly Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Lovely.